Simply buying simple products would solve the problem. If tomorrow everyone went out and bought a Speed Queen or Bosch and they suddenly started eating up market share in America from the bigger players, what do you think those companies would do? They would end up having to release or re-release machines that were focused on reliability and simplicity instead of the modern eldritch horrors that are the appliance landscape of today. We could also ask the politicians to change the laws surrounding appliances and their warranties. You could tell your congressman that environmentalism is pretty freaking useless if you have a 300-pound ball of steel and wires that can't be fixed because the components aren't sold anymore, or they're sold so expensively that the manufacturer's clearly colluding for you to buy a new unit. Some countries do actually have this kind of legislation that involves higher minimums, like New Zealand for their Consumer Guarantees Act. This has generally led to much longer warranties on appliances and key components than what we have here in the United States. For example, a Samsung refrigerator in New Zealand has a 2-year warranty, even though we have the same identical model in the US for 1 year. Sealed system warranties are usually mandated for 5 years overseas instead of 1 here. I can think of a few different US models that would be in major trouble if they had a 5-year instead of a 1 year. Imagine a 5-year warranty on washing machines, all of them in America. That would bankrupt quite a few companies tomorrow, wouldn't it? Finally, the other way we could solve it would be the traditional American way, and that's lawsuits. I'm sure that with the LG lawsuit gaining steam on their refrigerators, it could make appliance companies stand up and take more notice that if you release a terrible product, it could cost you billions.